Hello Aquarius, I hope that you're doing well and that you've had a good first half of August. Um, so this is your decision reading. This is for those of you who are kind of in that Two of Swords energy where you have a choice that you need to make, but you're feeling kind of stuck. You feel like you need some more information to be able to make that choice. For your best interest and understand what's involved. So we're going to be looking at two paths. So I'd like you to take a moment and just assign one of your options to be represented by path 1 and then the other one to be represented by path 2. So I've already shuffled the cards, so I'm just going to cut the deck and then we'll begin. Okay. So overall energy for path 1, we have the Ace of Wands, very nice. Two things to consider for path 1. We have Judgment, this is beyond illusion. And we have the Ten of Wands, suppression. Where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. We have the Five of Cups, this is clinging to the past. And we have the Empress, creativity. Okay. So it looks like this feels very new. It can be something that you've already been doing, or you've already kind of been on this path, but now something is really ramping up. It's getting more exciting, and there's definitely some new aspect to it. With the Ace of Wands here, this can be also kind of like a new passion coming in for you, whether this is love and romance or a renewed passion in your employment, what you love to do, however it is that you express yourself. Now, two things to consider. This is a fairly heavy choice, and it's one that I think you've been struggling with it for a little while. It's possible that you are, because this might seem a bit overwhelming. It seems very big and almost like it's going to engulf you and kind of like consume or affect almost every aspect of your life. I feel like it has very far-reaching effects. So I think that you've been struggling with this for some time because we have Judgment with the Ten of Wands, suppression here. So we can see that this is a fairly tense energy. We can see that you're very turned inward and you're protective of yourself, but you're also very unsure. I think that you feel stuck, perhaps even trapped. And this can be from a mental perspective, or you may actually feel trapped in the circumstances that you find yourself in right now. And I'm glad that you have the Ace of Wands because that can really help to kind of open that up and clear away that stuck feeling. I'm just trying to see how it is that we can clear this out better. It's definitely in your upper chakras. So I feel like you are, it's actually both ends. I think it could be family ties or connections that are kind of keeping you rooted and stuck in place. And in order to help lift you up, I'm seeing the need for you to like basically pull your head up and really work on your third eye chakra and your crown chakra to allow, because there's intuitive messages that want to come through to help you, but I think that you are so constricted right now. I want you to just take a look at the way that this person is the posture, how they're standing here. They have their head bowed and they're actually holding their hands over their head. It's almost like they're not able or willing to receive the messages that are wanting to come down to help them see clearly. So that's what you need to work on. Actually, like, you have to actively open up yourself to be able to receive this wisdom, because it's there and it wants to come in, and there's a bit of a blockage for you right now because there's so much inspiration coming in from source energy here, and I just think that there's a lot of stuck and stagnant energy, and it's really has to do with what other people expect of you that you're struggling with. So that needs to clear up in order for you to be able to kind of proceed forward. So where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it, we have the 5 of Cups clinging to the past. So this is telling me that you're actually going to continue to have some lingering doubts about this, where you're going to be questioning whether you made the right choice or not. It's paired with the Empress card, which is an incredibly beautiful, abundant card where you're able to feel free, where you're able to express yourself freely and in the creative way that suits you best. So whatever this is, ultimately you're going to find yourself feeling very good about it. Definitely this is going to be a breath of fresh air, because this is such a tense, constricting energy. Transitioning into the Empress is just going to feel absolutely wonderful. It's kind of like you've been trapped in this little box, and all of a sudden the box is gone and you just have like the whole world that you're ready to explore. Still a little bit unsure of yourself, perhaps. You can actually see, it's funny, I used the analogy of the box, but you can see that this person is actually holding on to like this box type thing with all the things from their old life, all the things before life changed and transformed, because this is definitely a transformative pathway. And they're having a hard time letting go of what is old and what's no longer serving them, and it's almost like they're blind to the magic that's all around them, because they still have this viewpoint that they held in the past. So the challenge here is for you to be able to look beyond what your current perspective is. Really open up your eyes to what is possible, because there is so much creativity coming your way and so much freedom as well. For path 2, overall energy, we have the King of Swords. So possibly an air sign like yourself. This could be you, this could be somebody else that you're dealing with. Doesn't matter, can be male or female. We have the Chariot, awareness, and we have the 5 of Swords, comparison. So these are 2 things that you need to consider, and then where this can bring you if you chose to go down it. This is temperance, integration, and going with the flow, which is the Ace of Cups. I feel that you're very strong. Like, this path gives you a lot of personal strength and power. Sometimes I see this card and it's with the control, it's almost like a negative feeling where it's too rigid, but in this case what I'm getting off of this energy is just like a really great personal strength, and conviction is coming up here strongly. Again, you can see that this person is open to receiving intuitive messages, so that's good. And you are already very intuitive, Aquarius. So for those of you that feel that you are blocked, that's where you need to work on. You need to really work on opening up third eye and crown so that you're able to receive that. Others of you have already done that work, and you have a lot of information flowing and inspiring you. Now, this is of course about 2 choices here, and we have you looking at them and them being very, very different. It's almost like black and white here. So, like, very distinct. So you're gonna have to really, really take some time, because there's just this huge gap, and it's like there's not a lot of crossover. It's very much like it's this or it's that, and like there is just an ocean between these two choices. They don't really touch each other at all. I feel like this is quite an adventure, potentially, with the Chariot card. It feels like something that you might be afraid to go for, only because there's still so much unknown. It seems like if you were to make this choice, there's still a lot that you have absolutely no idea what to expect, which is scary. Especially because it feels like this is something that's so different from what you've known. But it's good. It's green, it's young, it's fresh, new, and indeed we have kind of this childlike figure appearing here on this Chariot card. So it's almost like a rebirth or a revitalization energy feel coming in here for you. The old way, it's kind of worn out. You can see with these two trees here, like this is like kind of bark peeling away, whereas this is like a fresh new bamboo sprout. So very different energies that you're choosing between. Now, Temperance. This is all about balance. So this might be where that rigidity comes in, where we have to be able to be flexible, because I know you're going to want to control everything about this situation, or you're going to want to be able to have more control than you might be allowed to have in this situation. And you're going to have to really work on being flexible, because it's not going to be something that you can call on all the shots for. It's not something that you're going to be able to have control over, and this is paired with going with the flow. So this is really having like an open, easy attitude and just accepting what comes as it is and just going with it. So this is a very relaxed, easygoing energy. So this is where it could potentially lead you. So you would need to adopt this kind of energy in order to kind of transition down into this path with greater ease. So I'm going to ask for an additional clarifying card, one for each of the two paths. So what else does Aquarius need to know about path 1? Additional messages and energies for Aquarius. Grace. Okay, now this goes very nicely with that ultimate outcome card here with the Empress. A lot of flowering, a lot of abundance. We can see that this woman is just basking in the sun. She has definitely a lot of comfort. She's not wanting for anything. And you can see that she's actually pleased with where she is, with where she finds herself. So this is good. If you were to choose this path, I think that you would be very satisfied with it. For path 2, what else does Aquarius need to know? Path 2 for Aquarius. Additional messages and energies for path 2. Adventure. Now, that goes very well with this Chariot card. Definitely a sense of something new and exciting. It's almost like a whirlwind kind of feeling, because this can come very quickly. This Chariot card moves very quickly. This river with the Ace of Cups can flow very quickly, and it's up to you to kind of go with wherever the winds might blow you. Be very flexible, be very open. If you are up for an adventure, then it's calling to you, and you can definitely take it if you want it. There might be some travel involved here with the Chariot and the adventure. We've got like passport stamps on this card, so maybe some international travel. I think that's everything. So of course I can't make the choice for you. I hope that some of what has been said here has just given you, a different perspective, kind of helped you to think through your choice and see what's best for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of your month, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.